Hi, this is Tom from Pokemon One, and I kind of want to share my thoughts on what's going to happen in Citrus Chapter 38 because I will warn you that this can contain spoilers since I'm basing my thoughts off of the pictures that I saw, like the complete Japanese chapter is on the internet, like you can find pictures from it. So I'm basing my thoughts off of those pictures and what I think is going on in them because I don't know how to speak Japanese or how to read Japanese. So I'm kind of trying to look at the pictures and think about what's going on. So again, I'm going to warn you for spoilers. So yeah, I woke up this morning and the cover for the new chapter was already released yesterday, and I was going to that cover, look at the comments, see if something has happened, if what some other people would think that's going to happen, and then someone posted the two pictures with pictures of every page of chapter 38. So, yeah, I have to say, I'm sure this is going to be a field train chapter. Like, I saw a picture of Yuzu, and tears already started to come up just by looking at the picture. And, yeah, so based off of that, I'm kind of sure that it's going to be a field train chapter. And then there's Nina and Sarah that came over to Yuzu like they asked in the previous chapter. And what it looks like from the pictures is that they indeed end up talking about May because you can tell, like, you see Yuzu crying, so it's obviously that they asked about May and how she's doing or what's going on between them because May's not there or something like that. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about May, which makes Yuzu sad. And that moment, that's like a picture. Like you see Yuzu crying, and there's something written there, but I can't read it. Like I said, and my heart already broke. So I'm not ready for the English translation. I don't know if I will be able to handle the feels. If I can understand what they're actually talking about. But yeah, then there's this moment. The and this is what I'm like the most curious about is that the last picture. So I guess it's the last page of that chapter. It shows like the last couple chapters, like the ones before, you can see Nina and Sarah trying to comfort Yuzu, and then they fell like asleep, or Yuzu pretended to be asleep or something, or like she stand up, and then the last page you see Yuzu. You see Yuzu and then her mom, and it has text on it. And what I think that happened is that Nina and Sarah asked Yuzu if she actually told her mom about the whole situation yet and what's going on between her and May. And Yuzu's probably going to tell them that maybe she tried to do it once because there was this moment where she was like, "Hey, mom," and then she was like, "Never mind," and she went back somewhere else. So I think that's a moment where she actually tried to tell her mom the truth, but she couldn't. And I think now Sarah and Nina tried to convince her to tell her mom about the situation, tell her the truth, something like that. That's what I think kind of also happened. And then looking at that last page, with we have Yuzu there, and then her mom, and it has some text on it, and there is like this huge bear that Mei got from her dad, um, Kumakuro or something. Kumakuro, I don't know his name. I don't know his name anymore for sure. It was something like that, and that's why I think that maybe Yuzu is like, "Hey mom, I have to tell you something, or you need to know something," and that's like maybe how the chapter is going to end. And then in the next chapter, she will tell her mom the truth about what happened between her and Mei. Hey, like that's a possibility. Like I think looking at that last page, it makes me feel like Yuzu is going to tell her mom. Like I said, I have no idea what Yuzu, Sarah, and Nina were talking about. Besides that, it's kind of like I'm sure it's about Mei. Otherwise, Yuzu won't be crying like that. So that's one thing I'm kind of sure about. But like I said, knowing Sarah, especially Sarah, she's probably going to tell Yuzu, "Hey, why don't you tell your mom the truth? Like, one day she would eventually find out herself, so it's better if you just tell her about it." So yeah, like that's kind of the thing that I think is going to happen in this chapter, and I wonder if it's true or not. I'm curious about the English version, but I'm also kind of scared to read the English chapter because I know it's going to be a field train and it's going to leave me heartbroken. I'm sure about that. But yeah, if it's not that, it could also be usually just like this is just really random compared to what I just said. But it could also be that Yuzu says like, "Hey mom, Sarah and Nina fell asleep. Is it okay for me to take a walk for a bit?" Like it could also be something like that. It would like if it's actually that sort of thing, that would be funny, because it really looks like she's, yeah, I don't know. You have Yuzu, you have her mom, and then you have this huge bear that Mei got in that panel, and it kind of makes me think or believe that she is going to tell her mom the truth, and that's how it will end. She will go to her mom, say, "Hey mom, I have to tell you something, or there's something you need to know about me and Mei." Like it might end that way, this chapter. I don't really know how she would react to it. She looks like Yuzu's mom. She looks like someone who's kind of more calm and understanding. Like I'm sure that she will try to understand the situation. Like she will probably also be really confused about it, or be like she might get a bit angry, but I don't think she will get crazy angry about it. Like I said, she looks like this really understanding person that will try to understand the situation and try to think about it and how she could handle the situation. I don't know, like she won't, she doesn't look like someone who would start yelling at Yuzu for it or hitting her or something. Like I don't really see that type of person in Yuzu's mom. Like I think she will try to understand at least that. I don't know if she will accept the fact that it happened, but I'm sure she will at least try to understand the situation. When it comes to Mei's family, I think that's like the complete opposite. I think just by knowing how her grandfather already reacted at some moments in the manga, I think Mei could even end up with a black eye or something if she tries to tell them the truth. Like, I don't know. I don't know why, but it feels like with May it's going to be a lot harder, to be honest, about what happened, because I think she will get yelled at and get she will get hurt because of it. I don't know why, but just it feels that way when I think about May's family, just by knowing how her grandfather reacts. But these are basically my thoughts on what is going to happen by just looking at the pictures. Um, by just looking at the pictures. But like I said, I have no idea what they said in the chapter or what happened, and I'm really curious to see how it ends up in English. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see if my thoughts were right or not. Um, maybe it's not, and then I have no idea what's about to happen, or it is, and I will be amazed. That's either one of those two. But the English version, I think it's going to be out today, of the chapter. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's going to release today, and we will see what's going on. Like, I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.